this time èmi ti san first payment fún lawyer David èwo ni akin tilé ẹjọ́ dé ká dọ̀rẹ́ kí la wá ń bá ká kí là ń lọ inquest fún ṣé you get you know who is this your lawyer mọ̀ tó bá yá ìyẹn mú ìwà ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn o later eventually ó gbé lọ́ọ̀yà wá Tẹ́ni ló kọ́kọ́ pè mí pé mú ìwà ti sọ lọ́ọ̀yà fóun o pé wọ́n pe àwọn sínú gúrùpù kan wọ́n pè mí sí gúrùpù yẹn o mi ìtumọ̀ gúrùpù tí wọ́n pe àwọn Tẹ́ni sí o wípé gbígbà tóun débẹ̀ òun rí pé hey good morning Mr. PS good morning everybody gbà tóun débẹ̀ òun rí wípé ọ̀rẹ́ òun gidi gan ni lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn o very very nice man pé in fact London ló ń gbé ó dẹ̀ máa ń fi oògùn medications ránṣẹ́ sí òun multivitamins nǹkan láti London sí òun pé so àwọn close gan pé lọ́ọ̀yà Yorùbá nation ni wípé ọmọ àǹtí mi kò lè ṣe kéèsì yìí o Tẹ́ni ló kọ́kọ́ sọ fún mi pé ọmọ àǹtí mi lájẹ
and she said it on her show as well.
kò lè ṣe kéèsì yìí o kò lè ṣe kéèsì yìí rárá mo ní ṣebí lọ́ọ̀yà ní wáyé tí ó ṣe lè ṣe ó ní wo ó máa ń fà bí ìgbín ẹnu Kẹ́ni ni mo ti gbọ́ pé ó ti slow jù yóò máa fà I love the lawyer though it's my friend now pé kíní kan so ó ti kọ́kọ́ hint bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so January 1st ọdún yìí ni Múyìwá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbà láti introduce Odùmọ̀ṣù barrister Odùmọ̀ṣù sí wa èmi Susan and prior to that àwọn gbogbo ó ṣe intro prior to that èmi ti try láti cut the boss man off from the group wọ́n ní torí àwọn nǹkan tí bàbá mi máa ń ṣe ń gbà mí tí máa sọ fún pé bàbá Mohbad this is not right bàbá Mohbad this is not right àwọn boss man máa ń fi pé no pé mo wà harsh mọ́ bàbá Mohbad. There was a day I don't know bàbá Mohbad said something and I responded and I'm not going to say what bàbá Mohbad said and I'm not going to say what I responded with. Bàbá Mohbad said something and I responded truthfully with statement of fact. Ó dà pé wọ́n ní bàbá Mohbad wá ń sunkún pé wọ́n ń sunkún pé tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mo máa ń sọ tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ tí boss bàbá máa ń sọ pé she made baba cry she made baba cry mi kò sọ ohun tí bàbá sọ fún mi o kò dẹ̀ sọ ohun tí mo fi fèsì bọ́ mi ò ní sọ máa dalẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jọ yẹn mo dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ mi kì í ṣe pé mo sọ pé kì í ṣe pé mo bu ọmọ yájú but mo sọ I corrected him another ìpè ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó
bọ́ síbi tí yes ọkùnrin tó bá ti jẹ́ pé èmi ọkùnrin ni wọ́n fẹ́ kóbìnrin sọ̀rọ̀.
ó wọ̀n yeah so prior then wọ́n ti bínú wọ́n ti lọ but Múyìwá ṣì wá sínú group torí Múyìwá rí pé owó wà ní ọwọ́ Adá tó fẹ́ gbà GoFundMe wà lọ́wọ́ Adá tó fẹ́ gbà so kò jẹ́ kí Múyìwá lọ tààràtààrà ọ̀rọ̀ GoFundMe yìí náà I'm very sure pé èmi ò mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n I'm very sure pé máa ń sọ fún Tẹ́ni náà nípa GoFundMe yẹn torí èmi sọ fún Tẹ́ni pé kó fowó sí kí ó advertise GoFundMe yẹn lórí platform ẹ̀ but Tẹ́ni ò gbà ó ní no òun ní advertise lórí platform ọ̀ǹtí tóun bá mọ lọ́ọ̀yà tí wọ́n gbà tó dẹ̀ tẹ̀wọ̀n lọ́rùn
ìyẹn GoFundMe ṣé ti GoFundMe ti Ada àbí ti
Tada ṣebí Mr. Aloba ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe GoFundMe l'April ni now
ẹ máa lọ
ti Ada ni. So ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé lọ́ọ̀yà Òdùmọ̀ṣù wá ní January 1st, we are all learned people. We trying to interview him, and Susan interviewed him. I interviewed him, and I was not satisfied. Kudi was in the group too. Kudi was not in the group, but Kudi was there January 1st. But Kudi was not in the group. But Kudi was there January 1st. So Esha Mobi Kudi Shmanche. My learned colleagues, Emma Bo, even though at the end of the day, Otushima twisted a minimum sorobe, which was okay. If you go and look at all our videos. So Kudisha, Roti. I was not satisfied. I hire and I fire. And I'm very detailed. I'm a detailed person. Only motion te bed me. Only motion fi toilet paper. See, biton fi toilet paper. See, Timbade beton ba fis dada ma paroi. I'm a very detailed person. So I wasn't satisfied with, for the mere fact that lawyer yo gbé ní Nigeria. Mo de sọ fún Mr. Muiwa, ma yo gbé ní Nigeria. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe? When ya Bamilo ni London to Niger 6 hours. Money, you're not getting it, are you? What do you mean by 6 hours from Lagos to Nigeria? Share a sanwó mọ́tò. We should $500, £500. The flight that we take from London to Nigeria, probably round trip. An inquest so far it's been once a month. So are you telling me every once a month this man will be flying back and forth? Mr. Muiwa, this is not feasible. Because you're just the best lawyer in the world for the case. The location is just not feasible. Money or the public. Money, by the way, elo fegba kò gbowó. Oh my God, pé pro bono ni money what? Mo rò pé, good morning darling. Mo rò pé ẹni ẹ fẹ́ David mọ́ nítorí pé pro bono ni. Bóyá torí ẹ ni kò ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. Nǹkan tá sọ ni pé ẹni tí ò gbowó iṣẹ́ ó ṣá ṣe ṣúkẹ́ṣúkẹ́.
Ẹ tó fẹ́ lọ gbé pro bono láti London. Ẹ tó fẹ́ lọ gbé another pro bono láti UK. Are you okay? Mr. Muiwa, are you for real really okay? I understand. Normal. Because I don't know why you will go from a pro bono to a pro bono. When we said maybe because any ò gbowó ni kò ṣe dáadáa. Share me ye. It's why lọ gbé another pro bono wa. Kò ń ṣe pro bono lọ tara bẹ́yẹn. Ó máa gba 150,000 naira per appearances. If you understand, to be honest with you, money. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ Smith and Bankole. Wọ́n ní no. Only no. Pé the decision has been made. You know, this man was a Confucianist. And how I wish pé irú Kudi yẹn náà ó fi ẹnu síjọ́ yẹn. Money, another thing is, Mr. Barrister Odumosu is not a son. And in the court, there's seniority. Me. Seniority manwa. I am not saying someone that is not a son cannot win a case, but she make me kí ló máa ń fàgbàlagbà ṣé ó máa fi ń rẹ́yìn jẹ náà ni nígbà mi ìrẹ́jẹ máa ń fẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀ pé eléyìí is a son, eléyìí is not a son. Hierarchy máa ń fẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀. Mo ní this man is not a son. So kúndé ní kíní kan ṣebí kéèsì kan lèèyàn máa wí nítorí kó tó di son. Wọ́n ṣàṣán gbogbo wọ́n ṣàkó ràkàsíà wọ́n ṣàlọ. Ó wá kù èmi àti Susan. mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ yìí máa ti fẹ́ sọ tó 100 times.
But you have been speaking, yeah, it's all about English all this time. But I need the Yoruba fashion.
Okay, but when you call me àti Susan, what are we gonna do? Ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé òun ni Mohbad máa ń yọ sí gbogbo ìgbà Mohbad yọ sẹ́mi rí. Ọjà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sunkún. My sister, Mohbad said, I should fight for her. I should fight for him. I should fight for him. Kí la máa wá ṣe? Gbogbo wọn ti lọ. Kí la máa wá ṣe báyìí? Don't let's go and talk to Ada. Let's call Ada. Ada ò kí ń bá wa ṣe meeting gbogbo ìgbà. A ti sọ pé, Susan, I trust you, Susan and Victoria. Àwa méjì yẹn. Ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín. I trust you guys. Make your decision. Just let me know.
And come back to me.
And, revert back to me. Ada. This is what happened, though. Eleni, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. But I think I'm done with justice for Mohbad because mi ò lè tẹ̀lé wọn, àwọn tó lọ yẹn. I can't follow somebody blindly. So, Loni, you two of you will come. I'm going to go live now. You come, you talk on live show, and we will ask them if we should go ahead and hire the son on our own. Shengbomi. And then, okay, when you give us some time, we've been on 8 hours talk. When you okay, 1 hour's time, we said, okay, fine. 1 hour's time, she went live, she made a roll call, we went on the call, we spoke. We explained gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ṣàlàyé yìí. A ṣàlàyé lórí live show. The ball is in your courts. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pé we want our own son. They will push ahead. They will go ahead. That we should get them. We just said, okay.
Let's keep tapping the screen.
And we said, okay, we will get them. We've interviewed them. We've researched them. We've been very comfortable with them. So we said, okay, we will employ them or contract them for the case. So we called them. They did a letter of, okay, sir, can you guys do? Mr. Barrister Bankole was a very nice man. Oh my goodness, down to earth. Very, very nice man. Okay, sir, we are ready to go. And he said, which foundation? An NGO has to be the one to employ, to get them, not an individual. I mean, since it is not the father of the deceased, it's okay. But since it is not the father of the deceased, then we have to be representing the public. He has to be through an NGO. Then,
that Bankole and Smith, Abi?
Yes. Immediately. Foundation Temini is just go register. It's just to Easter, during Easter period and during Christmas. You cannot even call it a foundation. You can just call it maybe Itorianu or something like that. Susan Deni, I don't have a foundation. Adadeni, only foundation. I will talk to my lawyer. Maybe it can be used. Emi, Ada, Susan, Bankole, our lórí phone. Hold on.
It is well. We don't know where Mr. Mwewa is, though.
Emi, Ada, yeah. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Emi, Ada, Susan, Emi, Ada, Susan at Mr. Barrister Bankole la wà lórí phone. When Ada said, I will speak to my lawyer and I will see if we can use the foundation. So, and then, okay, fine, go talk to your lawyer. In fact, Barrister Bankole hang up. Ada tún connect lawyer from the foundation lawyer. Àtúbà yẹn náà sọ̀rọ̀.
Aloba, let me interject you. Are
Yeah,
you
go
sure?
ahead. You can.
Are you sure Ada Foundation was registered before Mohbad's death? Because what I'm hearing on social media now, they said she opened a foundation after Mohbad's death to use it for Mohbad.
No, it's not true.
Okay.
Mo sọ fún yín pé ní ìjọ́ tí Bánkọ́lé hang up pẹ̀lú wa, that same day, mo bá lawyer Amy, Susan, Ada, and another lawyer tó jẹ́ foundation lawyer Ada. We spoke to him. Are you listening to me?
Yeah,
we spoke to him. And we went on and on. In fact, the lawyer said pé àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe o because.
Okay, she was registered in UK before Mohbad's death. Sorry, but registered in Nigeria October 23. Okay.
I don't
that
no, that
admission.
is not true. That is not true. And I'm going to explain. That is not true.
Person said June 2023.
That is not, I don't know, but that is not true. It's not after Mohbad's death. Because Abaloya Foundation sọ̀rọ̀. And ìgbà tá ṣí account, ìgbà tí a dá ṣí account yẹn, ó ṣí GoFundMe, ó dẹ̀ ṣí Nigeria account sí Naija lórí foundation name ẹ̀ ni. So mo mọ̀ pé ó ti ṣí before kí Mohbad tó kú. There's a difference between opening an account, opening a foundation, and incorporating a foundation. Ẹ lè ṣí foundation yín sìn kẹ́ má tí incorporate yẹ. Ó ṣe ìgbà tí a fẹ́ gba kínní yẹn, ìgbà tí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ta fẹ́ hire Smith and Bankole, wọ́n sọ wípé foundation yẹn ò tí wà incorporated. That is when she had to go and incorporate it. It's not pé ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣí. So if people don't understand, it's different. But kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣí foundation ẹ̀. I cannot tell you ìgbà tó ṣí o torí mi ìbọn kankan pa foundation. The only thing ni pé Bankole sọ pé an individual cannot hire them.
And that
he
was
has to go through an NGO.
What brought in our NGO?
Yes, and that was Ada kò fẹ́ ṣe because ẹ̀rù ń bà pé tí a bá rí owó gbà lọ́wọ́ public foundation òun ló máa jẹ gbèsè. And Ada made mention pé nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí in the past tó jẹ́ pé àmì owó yẹn ò pọ̀ but they had to absorb the bill. So Ada ò fẹ́ ṣe, we were like, we don't have a choice right now. Your foundation is the most strongest. Èmi irú kémi sọ pé mo ní foundation sin tí mo sọ pé bóyá akọ̀lọ́ fi ń fúnyàn lóúnjẹ. I've been doing that since 2018. Sure, I've been doing it since 2018. Tó bá yẹ pé mo ṣe lọ wá incorporate ẹ̀ ń sìn wá ni mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣí mi ò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣí mo ti ń ṣe 2018 ni mo ti ń ṣe. Ṣé you understand? Tí àwọn aṣọ ń bìbà tí máa gbé luggage lọlé tí máa ní pé kán ṣe ìtọrẹ àánú or whatever foundation náà lẹ́mọ̀ charity work. Sure, you get my point. But I think she just incorporated it. She just did not open it. And what is the big deal? Tó bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ incorporate ẹ̀. Kí náà ń sunkún fún? I mean,
yeah,
no, but what I'm saying is that it shouldn't be a big deal if it's just incorporated.
There is another fashion of Supreme.
Because mo bá lawyer Ada sọ̀rọ̀. Because lawyer Ada said, how are we going to come up with the money? We have to look, he has to look at, he has to look at the account of the kini, you know, because kini kon, and kini, which I complain. I shall say, don't. I was even the one speaking the most. But don't worry. Most of money, I'm gonna pay the civil lawyer. Don't worry about the civil lawyer. But when we are done with that, so by the oba doju eti ari owo san fun Smith and Bankole, I told her I will still contribute into that, but to be later. Timbasi, Mwomisi, only 3 million. Me, you know, Ọlọ́run bùkún mi jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, but kì í ṣe pé, you know, Timbasi Mwomisi 3 million yìí, tó bá di pé I need láti shock àwọn owó kan bí kankan. Sure, you understand?
Okay. I will contribute. Again, ma. I heard that tí èèyàn kan sọ pé nǹkan tó bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú foundation yẹn pé you are the one bringing it out. Can you tell us about that, ma, please?
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú foundation?
Pé bóyá wọ́n ní maybe they have plan with others foundation has plan and you are going to bring it out.
There's absolutely nothing. Kò tí ì sí nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú foundation. Mi ò sí ní party foundation. I'm not a member of a foundation.
Àbí ẹni tí ò sí member foundation sí báwo ló ṣe bá gbé àṣírí foundation síta ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń tẹnu mọ́. Even ní Imoli tí mo gbọ́ lálẹ́ àná nǹkan tóun náà ń tẹnu mọ́ nìyẹn. Pé Supreme ló máa ń gbé àṣírí ibẹ̀ jáde. Kí ni àṣírí tó wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad tó ń gbé jáde?
Kí ni àṣírí tó wà? Kí ló àṣírí tó wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí? Àṣírí tó wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń pariwo yẹn gan-an lèmi fẹ́ mọ̀ báyìí nìyẹn ni mo ṣe ti inquest pa.
Wọ́n ní tó bá ti ní plans. Wọ́n ní tó bá
plan kí
ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀
plan me of ṣeré. Don't think I'm laughing and I don't want you to interject me. I'm being serious. Kí ni Wunmi tó ń ṣe? Lọ́yà tí mo san owó personally ló ṣe, and it was done and dusted ká tó gbé síta. Kí ni DNA? Kí ni DNA tó ń ṣe? Ó yẹ kí Arífá gbé bàbá Mohbad lọ sí high court kí wọ́n lọ sign affidavit. Ó lóun máa gbé bàbá Mohbad lọ. Ní ọjọ́ yẹn kò gbé bàbá Mohbad lọ. Lọ́yà yẹn ń pè mí àti wà láti àti ó dà pé ẹ mọ time difference. Ìgbà míì 1 a.m. my time.
It's not 12 a.m. my time. In America at all. I don't know how they are doing it. 2 a.m. my time. It's not convenient.
Mo máa wà ní orí aago. Mo máa fi aago lé wọn káàkiri. 1 a.m. my time. Kó tó di pé mo pè sí orí Bukky Show ní ọjọ́ tí mo pè. Ṣebí ọjọ́ tí mo pè sórí Bukky Show, ṣebí Tẹ́ni náà wà ńbẹ̀. Tẹ́ni wà lórí call yẹn náà. Èmi Tẹ́ni Susan la pè sórí call yẹn náà lọ́jọ́ náà. Táwọn pé yẹ kí Arífá kó ti gbé bàbá Mohbad lọ. And kò sí secret nínú kinní yìí. Kí ni àṣírí tó ń pariwo? Àṣírí wo ló wà ńbẹ̀?
Àwọn ló tún ṣe
Smith and Bankole gan wọn ì tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́. Ìgbà tá gba CTC ní first thing tí Smith and Bankole kọ́kọ́ gbà. Àṣírí CTC is not àṣírí. Nǹkan àṣírí wo ló wà ńbẹ̀?
Okùn kan méjì tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín. Are you still together with Ada Foundation now and Smith and Bankole?
Mo fẹ́ bèrè question kan. Kí ló fún Arífá ní authority láti lọ sí ọ́fíìsì àwọn Smith and Bankole? Ṣé Arífá wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ foundation Ada and ṣó ṣiṣẹ́ fún Smith and Bankole? Tí Arífá bá lè lọ, kí ló fún èmi, kí ló pa láṣẹ fún mi pé mi ò lè lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀? Kí ló pa láṣẹ pé you cannot go and ask them questions?
But no. You are. It's two things now. Are you still with Ada Foundation like before?
I'm putting it back to you.
Okay.
Is Arífá with Ada Foundation?
No.
What gave her the audacity to go and see Smith and Bankole?
Yeah, I can do that as well. If I have their number, I can call them. They are open to everybody.
So what stops me? Am I not part of everybody?
you are part of everybody. Question you know there's a different case when you now Botijas or anybody get in touch with Bankole and Smith. They are public lawyers. But what about Ada Foundation? Are you still together with Ada Foundation?
I was never with Ada Foundation.
Okay. Last question, ma. Do you agree with me this morning? Because I'm thinking and I thought through.
But that does not mean I will not promote Smith and Bankole.
We can promote anybody as long as they are doing right things. But the last thing I want to say, ma, Nipe, do you think Ada Foundation herself need transparency at this stage? And you are going to tell us about the threshold in Yoruba so that people will understand. Because the way they are carrying it now, I want in this order, I want in count 1 billion naira here, 1 kini naira here. Threshold here for.
Now, I will tell you something. If anybody wants to know anything, if you have questions, go to Ada. Go to the platform that opened the foundation. Go to the platform where they donate the money from. Ada cannot go to some non-entities to go and explain herself. Did they contribute into this? When Ada is going into her show, let them go there. Because, one, before I have my page, before I opened my page, Ada Manfuani monthly or weekly or every 2 weeks updates. Eye tonti make nino foundation nino go fund me.
Really?
Yes. Man so we have 4 million now. And we have 1 more million to go, so we can make our first payments
I would like to go to our show.
So we can make our first payments to the Smith and Bankole. The first, when they made the first payment, everybody was like, yay, we made our target, so we were able to pay our first payment. Now we can all breathe, and we will now start contributing for the second batch. Sure, you get my point. She was doing that. Not only that, after every inquest, Smith and Bankole calls to Ada's show. They talk live.
Yeah,
to give updates. So, kilo fa lala kuku fefe. Kilo fa lala kuku fefe. So what is the problem here?
I will go to Adama, as you said. But do you think...
I'm not even saying you. I'm saying all these people making noise.
Okay. Ṣé ẹ lè ṣàlàyé ẹ bá wa ṣàlàyé threshold yẹn fún wọn owó tó ń gbé káàkiri because even nígbà tí Tẹ́ni Ọmọlógo ṣiṣẹ́ show lálẹ́ àná náà owó yẹn náà lòun náà ń tẹnu mọ́ mo dẹ̀ rí pé ó dà pé kò tí ì gbọ́ pé àwọn èèyàn ti analyse ọ̀rọ̀ owó yẹn ló ṣe oru show yẹn torí ẹ̀ náà mo ṣe fẹ́ ká ṣe Yorùbá ká post ẹ̀ káwọn èèyàn gbọ́ àwọn tó tún fẹ́ gbọ́ Yorùbá kan gbọ́ ṣé mọ̀ á ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìbẹ̀rù kí ṣe oníṣẹ́ ẹni tó bá ṣe dópin la máa gbàlà. I know you are still going to speak English for the benefit of those who doesn't understand Yoruba, but I just want you to say the last part in Yoruba as well, please. I know you are doing it in English.
Let me tell you, a clear conscience fears no accusations.
I know.
And when I want to poor.
The
623
pounds is a number.
623. Even Berekete only 623k pounds l'account. Even though he called himself a billionaire. Abi won mo nkan ton sọ ni.
Adágbọn nílé dúró.
Berekete gan kò ní 600.
Ẹ bá wa ṣàlàyé owó yẹn fún wọn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ please. Ẹ má bínú.
You see, there's a threshold. in every profession you have a threshold. The threshold is what we call targets. Targets, milestones. Hold on, Osha said, I have some honest question for you, but I will reserve it for a better time. Osha, you can ask your questions now, actually. Well, let me finish. Yeah. No, good lie, Osha, to change. What to change? I brought a new dimension to fracas.
This way.
So, a threshold is a threshold means a milestone. It means targets. I was telling them that when I was in Nigeria, America, I met two ladies at the mall.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Hold on. Please.
No, let her ask a question. Ask your question.
Please.
Somebody is echoing. This person that just came. Are they all?
It's me.
She needs to be okay. So you say you have a threshold. They will tell you it's a bracket. If you make 100,000, you pay this tax bracket. Tí èèyàn bá pa ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn bankers àwọn ọmọ girls yẹn láyé ìgbà yẹn wá ní wọ́n fáwọn ní 5 million targets. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ máa ẹ wá ṣí bí account sí ọ̀dọ̀ wa àwọn ò tí make target àwọn ò tí make target àwọn so that amount they are saying is a threshold. It's very easy. They can call into the corporation in the UK and ask them. It's a matter of English and understanding the English. It's only a threshold. That GoFundMe was closed by Muyiwa. Tori, even if you listen to Bukky Jese's video, ó sọ nínú kíní ẹ̀ pé níṣe ni Muyiwa máa ń pè ní pé owó kan wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn Ada òun fẹ́ gbà títí tó fi jẹ́ kí Ada close GoFundMe yẹn. So kíní yẹn is not pé raw money cash is there. It's only a threshold. It's only a target. It's okay. See, foundation you buy make then their tax bracket or they give it to churches too. So churches is also non-profitable organization. So I'm suffering churches. That's why sometimes I want church here go one can fair declare
even Naomi Campbell's foundation didn't grow such amounts.
Thank you. So that's why I want churches saying that me one can fair declare it only because somebody they threshold. Okay, if this church makes this X amount of money, they will become taxable. It's only a threshold. That's just what it is. It's a lie. It's a pure lie, and anybody that is peddling that lie is just an illiterate and ignorant. Period. So kò ń ṣe bàbàrà, kì í ṣe anything. So, but
do you
cannot help
do you
them.
agree with me, ma? Emma Bino, but for one ṣàlàyé ìsìn, mo kàn fẹ́ bèrè last question mi. Do you agree with me now that at this junction, Ada's foundation, okay, ó dà pé ti sọ pé ó wà transparent? Ó dà pé ti sọ.
Ada máa ń ṣe monthly or weekly. Mo sọ now wọ́n ti sọ pé a ti sọ 2 payments o, last payment o, you know, and this money tó ń san, I want you all to also understand pé ìgbà tá fẹ́ gba CTC. Extra money ni gbogbo pé wọ́n lọ sí high court nsìn extra money ni just like I was telling people pé torí lawyer bàbá kò mí pé bí bàbá ṣe sue African TV yẹn kò mí pé ọ̀fẹ́ ni lawyer yẹn máa ṣe case yẹn because kò sí lára ibi tó gbà. So any additional things are additional expenses. So that is it, and it's a foundation.
but she needs to be transparent like VDM. She needs to. She really needs to. Okay. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fún àwọn tí ń láyè kan sọ̀rọ̀.
Àwọn tèmi wọ́n wà mí débi.
At least a ti ṣe ní Yorùbá.
Osha Makanaki.
Osha.
Is she there?
Osha, are you here? Abidemi.
Ta ló ń jẹ́ Abídèmí?
Osha ló jẹ́ Abidemi. Orí orúkọ street ló Osha. Èmi ò mọ̀ sí Osha. Okay, Ayọ̀fẹ́. Ẹ like Osha. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè lóṣà.
Osha Makana, Osha is Osha tó máa ń bu epo sórí ẹ̀. Ẹ̀là mi ṣe bí mo ṣà. Lóòótọ́ mi ìṣọmọ Yorùbá ṣùgbọ́n mo pẹ́ǹlẹ̀ Yorùbá náà. Ẹ máa ṣe olúwa mi ẹ̀rọ.
Ẹ ti fi búrẹ́dì kọ́ àwọn Yorùbá lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ. Ayọ̀fẹ́, do you want to say anything? Good morning, good morning. Ayọ̀fẹ́. Ayọ̀fẹ́ tó ẹ má jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Wá dí ẹ̀bùn yín, mo ti dí ẹ̀bùn yín látàná, mo ti sọ́ndì.
Ẹgbẹ́ kérúbù ti yé.
Sọ fún mi
lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Jésù Kristi lọ́ba ògo, olùgbàlà lọ́ba iye. Ẹgbẹ́ kérúbù lẹ́gbẹ́ iye, ẹgbẹ́ séráfù ti yé. Ìyanu ẹgbẹ́ séráfù ti yé.
Okay, one minute, quick one. Torí mo máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ mo wà ń bíṣẹ́.
Okay.
Ṣé yẹn? SIL ni mo wá support. Torí threshold yẹn ní Yorùbá òun là ń pè ní ìṣúra. Ṣó ti yé yín? Ṣó ti yé yín? Even Bíbélì kan sọ pé ẹ mú gbogbo
ìjọsìn lólogo.
Yes.
Ó dájú pé
Kí ló ń jẹ́ ìṣúra? Ìṣúra kọ́ ni threshold o. Ìṣúra is ìṣúra. Well, I don't know if ìṣúra can be called threshold. Ìṣúra is nǹkan ìní èèyàn ní ìṣúra. Nǹkan ìní èèyàn ní ìṣúra.
No.
SIL no. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí orin tó ìṣẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ kẹ́ gẹ̀tì láti bẹ̀. Ṣó ti yé yín? Ìṣúra yẹn dà tó bá ní pé èèyàn ṣe òun ṣe sílé Ọlọ́run láti fi ra ilé tó wà lọ́run sílẹ̀. Ṣó ti yé yín? Mọ́mí ẹ̀ wá wo bí ìṣúra ṣe jẹ́ nínú church kí wá gbé wọn lọ bẹ̀ tó ráwọn tó rí wọn ò pé tó ń sọ wípé Ada Foundation ti ní ṣé irú owó bẹ́ẹ̀ gan-an ṣé Tinubu gan lè rí kó máa mí? Torí wọ́n pariwo báyìí àwọn kan sọ wípé wọ́n ti fáwọn kan lówó 1.6 million ló ń pín kiri. So nǹkan tí mo tẹ̀ fẹ́ wá sọ fún ọ láàárọ̀ yìí ni wípé kò possible ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mú $50,000 gan sílẹ̀ pé target GoFundMe yín ni ṣe rí pé ṣé wọ́n rí pé.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ mo ti lọ wá nu Bible jẹ́ kí n kà kọ́kọ́ fún ẹ. Thresholds mark our progress and they represent forward movement in our spiritual maturity.
Gbogbo ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan tó mean fún yín mi mọ́ Yorùbá threshold but even ọmọ ìkókó tí èèyàn bá bí ní hospital ó máa ní threshold chart. Tó bá ní threshold chart gangan náà ń pè what does that mean ni pé doctor ẹ̀ á máa observe growth ọmọ yẹn wọ́n á sọ fún ẹ pé at the age of 2 months ó yẹ kó ti lè gbé ọrùn ara ẹ̀ dúró dáadáa at the age of 5 months ó yẹ kó ti lè máa jókòó. As threshold, when you cross a threshold, something happens. So that the threshold of Ada Foundation is that amount.
Yes.
Ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín pé target pé tó bá ti wá hit target yẹn ẹ ní sùúrù tó bá hit target yẹn o bóyá a wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń san tax. Ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín.
That is kì í ṣe pé èyí tó ní nìyẹn
at the age of 13
wọ́n máa support ẹ̀ labroad wọ́n máa support wọ́n máa dáwó síbẹ̀ but Ada Foundation tó bá ti dé iye báyìí o ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sanwó padà fún ìjọba. But
My person pay taxes.
God bless you, man.
So it's a threshold. Gbogbo èèyàn ló máa ń lo threshold fún as okay o kí n tó pé 26 mo fẹ́ marry. Ṣé mo ẹgbẹ́ kì í ṣe pé o ti pé 26 kì í ṣe pé o ti marry, you are aspiring. Pé kí n tó pé 30 mo ti fẹ́ bímọ tán, kí n tó ṣe léyìí mo ti fẹ́ ṣe léyìí, you know, mo ti fẹ́ gba degree. It's just you set a goal for yourself. It's like you are mo fẹ́ lose
planning.
Like
Yeah,
mo fẹ́ lose weight, mo fẹ́ wear size 10 by summer next year. It's just
nǹkan láti jọ ń sọ.
Ẹ túbọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún ka ètò simple fún wọn. Only a threshold is the moment of liminal space between that which once was and what is to come. A threshold is the moment of liminal space between that which once was and what is to come.
Yes, exactly.
So a lot of it could be synonyms to a lot of synonyms to and be by. You can call it a milestone, you can call it a target, you can call it a benchmark, you can call it
you can call it a plan, future plan.
You can call it plan. You can say I can give myself a threshold. People will say in medicine you can even before you have your transplants. Or if you want to go for transplants, let's say you want to go for lung transplants, the doctor will tell you, well, before we can even put you on a transplant list, you have to have quit smoking for 6 months. So you have to go and work on that. We will sure you get what I'm saying. You will go and work on that before. Kinto, for example, unfortunately, Mohbad gave himself a threshold. Only òun fẹ́ ṣe kíní kan kó òun tó pé 30 àbí kó òun tó pé 28. Unfortunately, he did not reach his goal. Sure, you get my point. So it's only a threshold. But mi ò mọ̀ tán pé threshold ní Yorùbá.
Can I get any
insurance? Yes, go ahead. We've been calling your name.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I had a phone call. See my sister here, Mutiniti Justice for Mohbad, bá ti tán gbogbo wa máa ṣe family meeting àṣẹ padà sí normal. But
èmi ò máa bẹ́ẹ̀ jà, èmi tí mo bẹ́ẹ̀ jà. Only tí mo yà block yẹn dànù. Ẹni téèyàn bá fẹ́ bájà yẹn máa block yẹn ni, and that was the best thing I did for myself. Akéde ká ti gbé mi àtòṣà lórí social media ká má rí ni Paul wí.
Ìyẹn dà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo dẹ̀ bá nọ́mbẹ̀ ká mo wá screenshot ẹjọ́ tí bá kálẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan máa rẹ́rìn máa tó rántí òṣà.
Long as we have that mutual understanding. Talking about the threshold is like in project management, you have a life cycle of a project. You have the starting point where you have a plan. Then you have the expectation, assimilation, and of course, when the end of the project, you reach a milestone to then begin to look forward to starting a new project. So once you reach that threshold, you have achieved your goals, your aims and objectives are all achieved. So you've reached that threshold. Today, the end, achieve the project is completed. End of. So now, but that's besides the point. What I wanted to ask Botija. Now, the questions I wanted to ask was about money, because I realized over the course of time, in the span of 1 year, that a lot of these issues that different groups are facing were financially related. So my questions was, why was money the foundation of justice for Mohbad? That's question number one. So
number one, she won after the other. No, I might forget you. Agbatinde o. One by one, you. Your question is a fantastic one, and I cannot answer that question objectively. I can only say it subjectively.
You can be subjective, it's fine.
Yes, I can only say it subjectively, and I'll be as factual as possible. While I was talking to Adenike, I said that Baba hired a lawyer pro bono. Nobody is going to do a job for you pro bono. Even the pro bono, to be honest with you, is more expensive than having to pay a lawyer a fee. Nothing is free. Lawyers, I don't know this is one of the reasons why I wanted to engage Karimo, but she won't engage with me, because I wanted to ask her, when you took Wunmi to Falana, what were in the engagement letter? Elo lo fẹ́ gbà, or is it pro bono? And even if it is pro bono, how much are the appearance fees? How much are the filing documents? How much are the CTC documents? Because nothing is free. So you will need money to fight any case anywhere in the world. You will need to do autopsy. You will need to take your PI. You will need to do some undercover investigations. You will need a lot. And worst still, Nigeria is even worse in corruption. So even if you live in Nigeria, even if you live in Nigeria, you will even need triple the money to fight for justice for Mohbad. So, because even when I paid the lawyer that did Wunmi's petition and the DNA way back then, it was 3 million. It wasn't free. So there will always be money involved. Even if my son is a lawyer and my son is going to do a job for me, you will still have to pay. There's no two way to it. Wunmi is also paying Falana. Even if Falana is not collecting professional fee, CTC of 250,000. I will tell you, the CTC for Prime Boy spending and who else to Tilonsi and this pathologist and all of those things. It's very expensive to collect. It's very expensive. Now, what we are trying to do is share. Can we lay back 1, 2? Bóyá ti spending at the Prime Boy. Can we lay back? Bóyá ti pathologist at the, can split it. Then they can share notes. And they can make photocopy for one another. So there's no way to it that you can fight it without money. Go possible. Next question.
So money is needed for,
of course,
and
of course,
whatever runnings.
Of course, always. Money is always involved heavily in lawsuits. In lawsuits. That is why some people in Nigeria especially, mi ò lọ́wọ́ ẹjọ́ jàre l'Amẹ́ríkà ó máa pa owó ẹjọ́ mọ́wọ́ tó ń pa ni. Some people even pay lawyer on a monthly basis láì tí ẹ̀ tí ní case. Even for you to go and sign your mortgage contract could cheaper than $1,000. Call a lawyer. In fact, in America, for a lawyer to pay, I have a case and you make an appointment. When you get to that office, it's $250 consultation fee for 25 minutes. So money is always involved.
Yeah.
You come to my office, I'll charge you.
Mm-hmm. That has been established. Okay. Now, why then, as the focus shifted from legal fees and all of that to financial gains, personal gains, that has actually saturated and overshadowed the actual search for justice. Why
Thank
was
you.
money the root of all the evil being perpetrated on the cause for justice? I don't know if it's the fact that people are unconscious of it, or they just chose to ignore the fact that to be part of Justice for Mohbad, if you want to really enrich yourself, you have to join this particular group of people, because in the search for justice, they know that they are going to make money. And I make those use your Mifabi as a
Okay,
typical
don't let
example.
us mention names. We all know a lot of
I take
names
that back.
here.
I respect that.
But
Go on.
if I think that's your summation, but if I'm going to answer it as a question,
You can make it general. You don't have to mention
it saddens my heart too, because I have spent a lot of money out of pocket up till
That would be my next question to you, though.
Up till last week, I have not even made it. I didn't know there's money to be made. I didn't see money to be made. My quest for justice from November, when we went to Voice of the People, was $380 that we had to pay. That is when we have started spending money up till last week. And I just decided that, hey, wait a minute, I'm not going to spend a dime anymore. I'm going to throw it out to the public. So I didn't realize people have turned this Justice for Mohbad. Like you said, the focal points have shifted from Wumi to, hey, a lot of people have really enriched themselves. And I want to say, I said a very big and a loud amen to the Gehazi leprosy Papa Mohbad. Prayed. Anybody making money out of this, may the leprosy visit them to their entire generation. Because it's sad. Mohbad is still at the morgue, and everybody is trying to use this poor young man that lost his life to enrich their pocket. To me, owó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni. Anybody ta ọjà erùpẹ̀, ó máa gba owó òkúta. So, a lot of people, let me tell you the truth, a lot of people are making a lot of money. Some people were telling me how much they have, in fact, not about 3 hours ago, how much they have people inbox them collecting money. I mean, it's great. They don't even want to go to work anymore. They don't want to go work anymore.
Did they have job before?
Well, no, so that's an understatement. I'm sorry. So, Osha, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is, and I think that's what has actually crippled Justice for Mohbad. And I will tell you, some of these people, they don't want Justice for Mohbad to end.
Good.
And you will know. You will see that. That is why. What is the big deal in Smith and Bank only coming in? Because they know they will not compromise.
And I'll come to that in a moment. But this is
Go ahead with your next question.
This is a direct one. Thank you for answering that very succinctly. However, my next question to you was, what were your motives, your aims, your objective, your expectations into investing so much of your time, effort, and money? Because clearly you were one of the few people that have made it open that you invested money into this whole course. What were you expecting?
I don't really know if I will say invest, because when you invest in something, you probably are expecting a dividend. But in this, you see, how will I put it? I want justice. I was on Cake Crown this morning or yesterday. Battery low. Okay. Hold on. Let me change my Bluetooth battery. This one is slow. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Hello? Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay, I've switched the earpiece. The other one is low. I was on K Crown and he asked the same question, and the singular answer to that is justice. Justice has no price. What is justice? Justice is also the same thing Sunday Igboho went through. Justice is also what Abraham Lincoln went through. Martin Luther King went through justice. They want justice. Justice was what George Floyd got. And there is no extent you will not go to get justice. Because when you allow injustice to foster, evil becomes the order of the day. And I also added a little, another line to it. I live in that neighborhood of Mobad. I felt it hit close home. Let me give you another example. There was a lady to work by December 25th, 2022. I mean 22. I wrote a letter. I did. That lady that said she was coming from church that was shot by a trigger-happy police. I did. So it is when you have the quest for justice. I live where things do happen. And I also said, I won't call it a foundation, but I support humanity. I box it, I ship it to Nigeria to go and form Alaini. I feed Alaini. So it's part of me. I like fairness. Let me like it in your J. Cheating, I don't like cheating. And I sincerely, I'm still if not that this money issue has corrupted the whole justice movement, I'm still willing to spend some more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still willing to spend some more, but they've corrupted the whole movement, and it's angering my spirit. And Gehazi, justice for Mohbad. Me or no, I'm not saying if you are entitled to it, like, okay, me, Liam, they have to live their life. Liam will eat. That's not what I'm talking about. Sure, you get my point. But I want to feel power, want to saw the business transaction ventures. Those are the people I'm referring to. Gehazi, ti baba Mohbad share, o ma mo gbogbo won. Inshallah, in Jesus' name, I share.
Now, my second to last. Sorry for taking up your time.
Yes, so.
Sorry for really taking up your time. My second to the last question was, I remember at the initial start, and this will cut across to yourself and the host and every other person listening. I could remember your stand on it. We've had a banter on Facebook with respect to this Wunmi and not. So now my question is, what were your beliefs at the initial start of this whole movement? Did you believe that Wunmi either has a hand outrightly, or the fact that she wasn't speaking up and was waiting to go to court to speak her truth, that you hounded her with so much allegations at the time and expecting so much from her? What were your initial thoughts, and what has changed now? That does she have a hand or in the dying of her husband, or that she had not spoken up was the reason why you wanted to get something out of her, either hook or by whatever means. Is that clear?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, beautiful question. So, yes, initially, I strongly believe Wunmi has serious hand. I believe Wunmi is responsible for the demise of Mohbad. And today, as of today, I'm talking to you. I strongly believe Wunmi is the perpetrator of this act. But will justice be served? I don't know. I cannot preempt the courts, number one. And if everybody walks free, will I be convinced Wunmi does not have hand in this? No, I won't. I will just say justice was not served.
And what was your
And hold on. When I live in the United States for so many years, I have seen so many things, and I work in the law system. I know how it rolls. 1992, there was an issue between Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. Did Blake killed? Did Bill Clinton? Did he do it? Most of us believe he did. And yes, he did. Did he get away with it? Yes, he did. Did Trump consist of certain things? Yes, he did. Did he walk away not paying taxes? How can Trump, a billionaire, pay $700 in taxes? Did he take advantage of the loopholes and he walked free? Yes, he did. Did O.J. Simpson walk free with double murder? Yes, he did. Was he acquitted? Yes, he did. Does that mean he didn't do it? No, that's not what it means. It means he went through the judicial system, he had a superior argument, and he won the case. The law system is not absolute. It's not absolute. You have superior arguments. Some people have been convicted wrongly, and some people have been set free wrongly. Can we change it? Does error happen? Yes, it does. Justice is not just being served. Justice is seen being served. Did Wunmi commit it? I'll take it to my grave. Nobody can convince me. Nobody can convince me. Will she work? I can preempt the courts. I cannot. I don't know, maybe it's an intuition. Maybe, go ahead if you think I've answered your question.
Yeah, I just want to interrupt you quickly there. Now, when you say affirmatively, and you're convinced in your heart of that she is the perpetrator, where there are other factors that could point in different directions.
Like, can you please tell me one?
Being affirmative, okay, I'll tell you.
The door is still open. The best managed to. It's
we're in the middle of a conversation.
So get out of.
Okay. Now, when you say things affirmatively, two other things. You are either a witness or you have witnesses that could corroborate your affirmation as to the fold of events.
I don't have witnesses. I don't have witnesses. Hold on. Before you go further, hold on.
Argument purposes.
Hold on. I don't have witnesses.
Subjective.
Hold on. I said hold on, please.
Open conversation.
I am available for you. You know, I don't have witnesses to corroborate that O.J. Simpson did it. Let me tell you, when O.J. Hold on, Mama. Hold on, my dear. Hold on, my dear.
We can
and what's important in the background here? Mute this person. Mute the IJ something. When O.J. Simpson was acquitted, 150 million people jaws dropped.
I'll be back. I have to get my pen number.
1, 2. When O.J. Simpson was acquitted, his best friend and his best man, Robert Kardashian, stopped speaking to him. He said he did it, but he got away with double murder. He didn't have witnesses, and let me even shock you. He was part of his legal counsel.
I know that. I know the whole O.J. Simpson story from start to finish. But now,
one more question. I have to go.
Yeah, I'll ask my question, but just for the sake of this particular argument.
But we can go. We can come back tomorrow.
Affirmatively doesn't really ascertain the fact that that was how it happened. This is your own opinion and how you see fit and how you could obviously relate to this particular case. Now, of course, in the court of law, you will liken some cases to other cases that had previously
people liken
occurred.
cases to cases now.
Like I said,
they will tell you because this case is similar
let
to
me
the case
speak
of
now. Let me speak. So yeah, you will go now in a bit because I came up purposely because of you. But saying something with so much affirmation when there are no fingers pointing in that direction, there are several other incidents and events that led to this particular death. We cannot for a fact say that this is who pied. This is who pied. Events unfolding pointed us in a certain and particular direction, whereas we've all failed to look into that other direction. We have been myopic in nature and narrow-minded, to not want to think otherwise, and that's the reason why. This is my point. Let me give my submission.
No. I'm not going to let you take your submission.
Let me give my submission now. Endeavor. See, when people come to have a conversation with you, endeavor to engage. Let other people share their opinion.
Osha, you are. I'm not stopping you from talking. I said you are doing a subtle insult. You can choose better words by saying myopic and this. I have words I could use.
You can
I have a lot of English words I could use that are insulting.
When you're speaking English,
you can just say that is
the way I would address it. I'm not. No. Aristocrat. Honestly and genuinely, I'm speaking this in the most genuine form, and it's not to direct insult at anybody. Honestly, this is how I speak. Please now.
No.
This is how I
Osha,
speak.
you can
My
say
choice
that
of
is your
words.
own opinion.
Yeah,
Adding
that's what I'm
being
saying. I'm not saying, I'm not directing insult at anyone. I've been
No,
the most polite I could ever be. I genuinely, and I'm saying this with all due respect, I'm genuinely not throwing insult at anybody, with all due respect. But please, if you find it insultive, I do apologize. But with all due respect, I am not throwing insult at anybody. Trust me. If I'm being insulted, I will not apologize. But I apologize if you find that insulting. Okay? So let's move past that. What I'm saying in essence, is the fact that, we've all, we've built up to this level where, a lot of people have their own opinion. I'm not here to convince anybody or say that your opinion isn't valid, because that is how you saw fit. That is the most way you could express it. And that's fine. Everyone's opinion is very valid because it's a public case, it's a public opinion. At the end of the day, we're not a court of law. We cannot. My own issue there was, being affirmative about the things we don't have first-hand information on. I can even be here saying, "Oh, Wumi did not do it," and maybe somewhere down the line we find out that, oh, she was actually involved. So yeah, so because it's my own belief, it's my own opinion, and it is so valid for that moment when I believe that this is how it should or ought to have been. That's my opinion, and it's very, very valid. So I'm not going to discredit your opinion at any point in time or in any shape or form. So pardon my use of words, but my belief is the fact that a lot of people tend to obviously use affirmative words as though they witnessed it. And that is, to me, I believe is wrong. But hey, it is what it is. Do you understand? I believe Wumi had nothing to do with this, and nothing is pointing in that direction for me to think otherwise. Just as
Okay, good morning, Madam Osha. Before you go further,
Illuminati, before you jump in, Illuminati, wait, let me ask a question. No, let me ask a question. You said there are other things that are pointing, like what, Osha? You've not mentioned one.
What? Could you repeat that?
What are other things that are pointing towards the death of Mohbad?
It was a clear cut. He sustained an injury. We shifted from there. He sustained an injury. He was administered some medications, and that led to him having complications. Straightforward, point blank, period. That is one factor. And my belief, like you rightly said, you believe there were other things, or Wumi was directly involved. You didn't expatiate further. So, which is why I said there were other factors that we have also neglected. Generally, we have neglected that fact because majority of the people that believe that Wumi had a hand in whatever must have led to his death believed outrightly so that she must be involved. Some people believe the fact that she did not come out to speak to the public, that even though
I'm not talking about speaking to the public. I was part of the people
in general terms.
I was part of the people that said Wumi does not have to come out to speak to the public. She has a right to remain silent.
To you. I'm just
that
talking
is not
generally.
what we are talking about.
No, I'm just speaking generally that some people believe the fact that she didn't speak up, she must have known, she must have seen something, she should have said something. Whereas some people believe outrightly that she was actually the one that did this thing. Do you understand where I'm going now? So yes, it is just however way we chose to believe the situation is.
Yeah, I just need to look on the phone now. Madam Osha, good morning. I just have two questions. Yeah, I just have two questions before I get off. Do you know that it is possible for someone to be intentionally biased with their opinions?
Very possible. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, my second question is this. What can you say about this particular statement that Wumi said. I don't want to talk because some big people has told me not to speak on walk by your supposed husband.
Are you saying that verbatim?
This is a fact. This is what Wumi
No.
said.
Are you saying that verbatim?
100%. Now,
are you able to please show us where that was said?
One second. Unfortunately, listen, I'm not at home. I would probably done that, but I'm outside. I just thought, let me come up. That's the reason why I asked you the very first question. That, do you know that it's very possible for someone to be biased with their opinion deliberately because probably they have one or two reasons for doing so?
Yeah, and I said that is very possible.
Now,
I'm not being narrow-minded in my response to you, but when you asked your second question,
just to buttress
the reason I was asking, are you saying that verbatim to please show us? Perhaps I must have missed it. I did not see it. So if you're saying that verbatim, then show us where.
Wumi said that twice. Wumi said that twice on a live chat. Right, but unfortunately, I can't play that for you to listen to now. But I believe a lot of people.
Okay, maybe we leave the conversation for when you can show me. I'll be more than available anytime.
And that is the reason why. And that's the reason why I said sometimes we deliberately choose to be biased with their opinion just to suit
Illuminati. Well,
you know.
So your choice of words contradicts what you're wanting to say.
Let us move from there. Let us move from there. You guys will have this conversation when the evidence when he wants to prove is available. Let us move from there. Let me ask you a question. Osha. In law, there's what we call substantial evidence. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you understand what are substantial evidence or evidences?
I do. I have a good understanding of it. So can you go ahead?
Okay. So, do you think in this case, do you think we have some substantial evidence or evidences in this case?